Hi, soul family. How are you? Song right now, the queen has been overthrown. I'm not... What is this? The dark is too hard. I'm not keeping... So the ghosts are calling you home. The ghosts are calling you home. The ghosts of the past are calling you home. The ghost is something that just like holds on, right? It's like something you can't see, but you can feel it, the effects of. Ghosts are calling me home. So it could be memories from the past. It could be people that you're connecting with. It could be whatever it is. It's energy that's calling on you, right? It's calling to get your attention for some reason. It's either a negative or a positive, depending on the situation for you. Anyway, that situation, that's what's playing right now. Look at my hair here again. Nobody told me if you think I should cut my hair. Couple things. I've spoken many, many times about how I don't like doing the zodiac. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. This is my Egyptian musk. I love the smell of this. I believe and I understand. I know why people want to do it by zodiac. They want to, it's for the cross watchers. It's like you want to know what's happening with someone else. Or you want to have your future predicted, which nobody can do. What we do here is guidance. Spirit is guiding me, right? They give me the messages that you need to hear. But I don't want to tell you what your message is. That's why I always ask you to choose your item so that you can allow your God-given intuition to guide you. Your Father knows how you think, right? Knows what you would be drawn to and why. And that's the message that will be held in there. So I'm not doing zodiac. I keep going back to it to try and please others. But I'm the one who's constantly being given the message that we don't want to do things to please others, right? Well, I get so many more ratings. I get so many more people that are interested when I do zodiac. But that's not true. It's not real. The message isn't for all zodiac. We all have those signs and those energies within us. This is about guidance. My whole message, and Spirit, when Spirit taught me, I was taught through my dreams. I was taught by Spirit. They didn't want me to go to classes. They didn't want me to associate with anyone in Sedona when I went there. I was kept separated from everyone because they didn't want me to join. I wasn't like everyone else. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not a New Age person. I'm not a Buddhist person. I'm not any of that stuff. I'm just the sum of all the experiences that I've had, just like we all are, really, truly. If we follow what religion tells us, we're being led. If we follow what the Bible tells us, we're being led. I'm sorry. I use a little bit of everything, but there are things about the Bible that are disgusting to me. God wouldn't tell Lot to have these men that are angels sleep with his daughters. He wouldn't do that. That's vile and disgusting. It's raping his daughters. Why would he do that? It's wrong. Any controlled religion is there. Any religion is there to control you. It's about controlling the masses. It's not right. You don't have to go to a church to get guidance from your Father. You're getting guidance right now, right? I'm not a preacher, but I am a teacher. And I get messages through the animal messengers. I get messages through my intuition, through the radio. We are drawn to whatever it is that our Father guides us to. If we are asking for Him, I pray to God. I don't pray to Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh. They're just symbols to me. Symbols of Ganesh means something, the obstacles are being removed. Lakshmi is a reminder of being compassionate, kind, and forgiving. Buddha is a reminder to be happy, right? To focus on that. So if my Father wants me to be a teacher, which He does because He's asked me to do this work, He's going to guide the people to me that want to hear guidance, right? Not a prediction of, well, are we going to get into a relationship? I just had somebody call me. I really like this guy. You know, are we going to get, can you tell me, give me a time frame? And I said, for what? And she said that we were going to get into a relationship. And I said, no, nobody can do that. I'm sorry. Nobody can do that because you can decide to do something tomorrow to destroy this entire relationship. He could decide tomorrow to do something to destroy this relationship. I can give you guidance as to where you are right now. This is the way things are right now. This is where the energy shows where you are at this moment. We're all energetically connected, right? If you keep following this path and if you do what Spirit guides you to do here, things will go well for you. But if you choose not to and you decide, no, I'm going to throw that out, then it's going to go backwards. So no, I'm sorry. I can't tell you when you're going to be in a relationship with somebody. You can figure that out for yourself, right? So here we are again, you guys, going back again. I keep regressing, and I'm not going to, because I woke up this morning and a girlfriend sent me a message. She's another spiritual friend of mine. And she goes, what do you feel about this? And it was Doreen Virtue and some other person discounting everything, you know, tarot, oracle, Mercury retrograde, working with crystals, power of positive thinking, positive affirmations. And she says, how do you feel about this? And she demonized all of it. And I said, basically, you know, and the fact that, you know, there is a hell and there is a Satan and there is dark energy. I do believe there is dark energy. Yeah, there is dark energy because it's what we choose to do. If you choose to take something wonderful and do something evil with it, you've created dark energy. It's going to affect you and everyone around you. That's why Spirit guides us away. Spirit, when I talk about Spirit, I mean God and his angels and his archangels. Yes, there are angels. Yes, there are archangels. I've seen them. They've spoken to me, right? No, I am not God. I'm an earth angel walking. Everyone, but not everyone is an earth angel walking, because not everybody walking on this planet is there to do something good. There's not everybody on this planet is focusing on what's the best for other people, right? And for themselves. We need to do what makes us happy and how we can affect other people in a positive way. If our mindset is, I want to get rich, I don't care how I do it. If I screw you over, if I hurt you, it doesn't matter as long as I get ahead. You're not an earth angel. You're carrying demonic energy. You're carrying dark energy, and I don't want you anywhere in my arena, right? So there's a balance. I keep getting from Spirit, you've got to walk the middle road in regards to this as well. When I use these oracle cards, or I don't even like to call them oracle cards, I look at the crystals. Do I believe in the power of crystals? Absolutely. Absolutely. They come from the earth. They have energy. They hold energy. Do I believe that if I hold this crystal, I'm going to stop Lily from dying? No. But I know that it holds unconditional healing love. And when I call on my Father to fill that crystal with healing, loving energy so that she can be, I can do as much as I can with my Reiki energy to fill her with a sense of peace and calm. And I ask to channel that energy into me so that when I hold her, she feels that energy. She feels that comfort. And please, Father, take away her pain. I can help comfort her as she's dying. She died. Her path was over here. I couldn't stop it from happening because I'm not God. But I could comfort her and I could love her and I could fill her with that loving, healing energy that I asked my Father to channel down through me. We all have healing, loving energy. When you hold someone and you love them, you fill them with your loving energy. If you take someone and you hold them and you're saying hateful, awful words, you're filling them with hateful, negative energy. It's real. Positive affirmations, the power of positive thinking. Is it real? Absolutely. Anyone will, you can see it yourself. You can speak to a plant and send hate to it and kill it. You can speak to a plant and love it and tell you how, because it's just energy. It's positive vibrational energy. It's real. So so basically walk a balance, right? There's a balance. There's a middle road. No, I'm not God. I can't control what happens, but I can send positive energy out. And when I put positive energy into the world, it's going to be felt. Now, does that stop terrible things from happening to me? Am I completely 100% protected from anything going wrong? No, because I need to learn how to work with it and how to help myself. And maybe my life path came to experience those particular challenges. My Father didn't set the whole thing up. He doesn't set things up for us and say, okay, this is just a big board game and I'm here to F with your life, right? I'm going to yank your life out of there at 16 because I want to watch what happens to your family. I want to see your mother fall apart. I want to see the marriage fall apart. He doesn't do that. He's not up there like a giant chess game saying, let's mess with people because I'm bored. We chose to come down here. Right? And my sister's life path was 16 years. That was it. That was her life path, to experience what she experienced in that time. Right? And my mother's life path was to experience how I would rise above that challenge. And sometimes we don't rise to the challenge. That's up to us. Sometimes we don't. We get choices every single day. We do get free will. Right? Every single day. I can rise to the challenge and become a better person than I was before. I can choose to not allow that grief and pain and sadness to pull me into such a dark depression that I could bring cancer into my body. We all have cancer cells in us, all of us. And if I focus on hate and anger and bitterness and sadness, I'm going to let that eat myself up. Why do I want to go to Sedona? Not because of the spiritual community that's there. There are people doing things there that I don't agree with. My Father kept me away from them. Always, while I was there. I'm not saying I'm a better person than anyone. I'm just saying I'm not God. And I don't believe in a lot of the practices. I listen to what my guidance is. Now, your guidance, your Father will give you the guidance for you that's important to you. You will be guided to hear the messages that you need to hear. I personally take all of these messages to heart. So I'm going back to not doing Zodiac. And if that means that other people fall away and they don't want to follow it because they don't want to use their own brain and they don't want to tap into their own higher self to figure out why these messages apply to me, right? You want to have like a Ouija board, or you want to have like a glimpse into somebody else's life. Oh, is he going to do this or is she going to do that? It's not your business. Your business is your life, right? It's your life. And if you're being guided to do things in a certain way, things are going to work well for you. If I'm being guided to follow this spiritual path, and my focus is to help other people and live my life to enjoy this world as much as I possibly can, where I can bring happiness to myself and others, my Father and his angelic team and my angelic team are going to make sure that I am taken care of financially. It's going to work for me. If I do a work and I focus on a career that brings me pleasure because it's something I'm passionate about, I'm going to be taken care of. It doesn't say I'm going to be a multi-gazillionaire. If my focus, when I say your focus is too much on the material world, when I see the number 6, it doesn't mean that always the number 6 means that for everyone. It just is a message that I've gotten. Don't get so caught up in material stuff. Be more focused on what brings you happiness. Why do I want to travel? Why do I want to go to Sedona? Why do I want to be mobile? I don't want to leave my animals behind where they mourn me. They mourn me, they miss me, they need my energy, they need me to hold them and love them. They're not happy to have somebody else just give them food and water while I'm gone. It's not fair for me to do that to them. It's not fair to get an animal and not be there and love them. Just like it's not fair to have a child. I want to have a child. Why? Why? So that you can go off and be a career mother and father and never be home and have somebody else raise your child? Be with your children. Do something so that you can be around your kids. It's not okay to throw them off into daycare. Well, I've got to earn a living. Well, then you figure out a way that you spend time with your family. So I want to go where I can take my kids with me. It's important for me to do that. I want to do this spiritual work to help you. This is how I've been guided, right? I can't leave them behind. I need a vehicle where they can feel comfortable. I can't stuff them in a van. It terrifies them. They've got to have a little bit of room so that they don't feel like they're trapped. They've also got to be in a place where they're not going to expire from heat. You can't leave an animal in a hot car. It's got to be solar so that I can have it cooling. Something has to cool them down, right? I got to think of all these things. Why do I want to go to Sedona? Why do I want to go to the Redwoods? Why do I want to travel to all these beautiful places? Because that's where I feel connected to God. That is my temple. The earth is my temple, right? I don't want to be in a cement cubicle. I don't want to be in a house, in a job, making money all day long so I can pay a big fat bill so that I only get to go home and lay my head to sleep in this big gorgeous house that I don't even get to enjoy. I'd rather live small, live simply, and enjoy the world. Spirit doesn't want us to be big, giant conglomerates. They want us to simplify. Get back to what's important, our family, our friends, love, nature, animals. Enjoy what we were given here to enjoy. Take care of that. You know what's interesting is that the smoke has started to go small, like more fluid. I just moved it around because of the air. But at first it was kind of phonetic and now it's flowing. I know when I channel. I know when I'm channeling. Everything just flows. It doesn't mean that I have voices coming out of my head that I don't hear. If people speak some kind of gibberish that they don't understand and they can't tell you what they're saying, they shouldn't be speaking it, and I don't want to hear it because it's not coming from a source that I want to know. I need to understand what I'm saying, right? And when I say channel, I just mean I'm being intuitively led, and it comes in fluidly and quickly, and you can tell when I'm inspired, when I am feeling connected to my highest self, which is connected to my God and my guides. It comes out easily. I don't stumble over my words. Everything just comes quickly, right? If I got to sit here and try and memorize a guidebook, I'm thinking about somebody else's words. Those aren't my words, right? Or if tarot, this is the magician upside down, or this is everybody can memorize a tarot deck or learn how to do tarot. But if you listen to your intuition, you don't have to have that. I can look at pictures and understand what Spirit's telling me. When I look at this color here, sodalite is this on my bracelet. Remember? Comfortable, truthful, coming clean, honest. There's a little bit of darkness in all of us. But if we speak our truth, the light will come out inside of us. That's what sodalite tells me, like a comfortable pair of jeans. I'm comfortable speaking my truth. I'm comfortable being in the light. I recognize that I've got dark like everyone else does, but predominantly, if I speak my truth, the light's going to come out. And that's going to make me feel comfortable, and it's going to make other people feel comfortable. Why do you think sodalite is my favorite stone? It's in my watch. It's in my bracelet. It means something to me, right? I don't need to pick this up and think, oh, for everyone, this is what it means, you know? It's following your intuition. What does your own higher self tell you? What does your heart tell you? Your heart. We all have a heart. We all have our internal guidance. Not what your mom says, not what your religion says, not what your boss says, not what your friends say. How do you feel? Are you happy with what you're doing? Does it feel good to you doing that and treating somebody this way and speaking those words? Well, my boss says that this is what I got to do, and if I'm hired by this company, and well, is it corrupt? Is it incorrect? Does it hurt other people? If so, you're in the wrong place. I was told in my business I wasn't allowed to speak about what I do because my boss was a religious person. He disagreed with how I felt and my viewpoint, so I wasn't allowed to speak. I couldn't freely be myself. I had a great clientele. I made really good money. My boss was a sweetheart. My friends all worked there. It was a great place, but if I couldn't be who I truthfully, authentically it wasn't the place for me to be. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. There's so much more that I could see, but it'll come out. So when I say that I'm a channel, it doesn't mean, I got spirits coming through me. It just means that I am channeling, I'm feeling it and connecting the energy of my Father. Do I believe in God? Absolutely. Do I believe that there's dark energy? Absolutely. Do I believe that there's a hell and we're going to go to hell in a handbasket? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do I believe that my world can change and our world can change by the vibrational energy and the goodness and the kindness and the compassion and the forgiveness and the love that I send out? Absolutely. Do I believe that animals know what's going on? Absolutely. Absolutely. I have prophetic dreams. I have them. I've seen things happen. I don't believe that that's because I've got some demon guiding me and telling me to go a certain way. Everything when I listen to my heart and I do what spirit guides me, when I pray to God for assistance, I pray to him to show me. Please show me what I need to listen to, right? Walk the middle path. And when I do that, I ultimately go to what's in my highest good. Something can look really pretty on the outside and have a very ugly inside. Watch somebody. Do they walk their walk? Do they talk their talk? They may stand on a pulpit. They may call themselves a spiritual teacher. And they're rotten on the inside. Watch what people do. We all have the song right now, I have trust issues. I can smell your intentions. You never know. This is people who don't trust, and so what they want to do is they want to watch you. They want to see, is this person really who they say they are? Reserve judgment. Step back and watch. I heard in my head. That's why I like to observe. It keeps me from getting in trouble, right? I'll see if anything more comes along, but I'm going to ask you guys to choose. I will do male clarifiers, male, female clarifiers. You will choose an item, right? And there will be a male, female. I'll see if the Father wants me to continue to do that. But this isn't about your best friend. This isn't about your lover. It's just like when I went to the Kingdom Hall. I would sit next to my mom, and I would listen to the brother up on the platform speaking, like I'm speaking, right? There were sisters that would go up and speak as well. I'm allowed to do this. I'm a teacher. I learn from experiences, and my experiences can help others. It's just like being a mom or a dad. It's like being a counselor. It's what I am. I'm a spiritual counselor, and I'm being guided by spirit. So I would sit there next to my mom, and she would lean over, and she would say to me, Karen Jessen needs to listen to this. And I would think to myself, no, Mom, Karen Jessen doesn't need to listen to this. You need to listen to this. I need to listen to this. This message is for us. It isn't about, oh, you need to hear this. Every message is for us to listen to. Don't worry about your brother. Don't worry about your lover. You do what you need to do, right? You do the best thing. You can influence the situation in a positive or negative way. Am I going to have a long-term relationship with this person? I don't know. Depends on how you behave, right? Okay, so the items that we're going to choose from are the black and white, selenite, and what is this? Trying to think of what this is black tourmaline, okay? Black tourmaline and selenite, and there's a tourmaline arrowhead pointing to your true north. Do you know who your true north is? Your Father, God. That's your true north. So there's one item you can choose from. We all have the dark and light within us, don't we? And when we're having a difficult time and we're in a dark spot, where do we look? To spirit, which is God and his angels. So there's one. This is sodalite, and the crystal that's with this one is, I think this is green apatite. But when I look at this, I see love, healing, growth, new beginnings, right? Because of the color green. It makes sense. The light green, this light green is like brand new foliage, right? Baby plants. And again, the sodalite. Look at all the crystal veins of white running through the soft blue. You think of blue, how the sky is blue and happy and light. Right now, if this was you could also look at this and you could see maybe someone's not been well, right? And they've been depressed and they've been sad, but there's a lot of light running through this person, right? I love this. I've got a message. So think about why you don't think too deeply. You're drawn intuitively to what you're supposed to choose. But I'm looking at these two things and I'm thinking, you know what? There's the dark and the light, and we're looking to spirit for our help. Where do we need to go? For this one, I want happiness and sunshine and light and growth and beauty in my life, and as do others. But sometimes we don't feel well. Sometimes we've got issues within us that make us sad, but we all have light within us, right? We can always reach for the light. This will then show me who this might represent in my life, right? Then we see the shell. There's energy in shells as well. This is from the, oh, look how beautiful this is. And for people who don't believe in God, seriously, look at this. This is incredible. These just don't happen to existence. So many of them, but yet they're all very unique, right? This is beautiful. And you look at the spiral going around and around, it's growth. And as it grows, it becomes even more beautiful, and it's open and it's listening, right? You hold up, a mermaid will hold up the shell and listen to spirit. You can hear the water. You can hear. This is about opening up and listening. Don't be so tight. Don't be so tied up, right? Recognize we're all growing, but as long as you keep your ear open to spirit and you keep your heart open and let the light in, you'll do well with this. Then we have, I love this one, and I have to hold it in the box. This is bumblebee jasper, and it's got arsenic in it, so it's actually toxic, right? So it's got happiness and sunshine. It's got dark, the dark energy running through it, which we all do, but there's a lot of light and happiness and growth and best friend. And then when you look at this crystal, look really, really close. Do you see the two little birds kissing? There's two little eyes and their beaks are touching. This is a couple. They love each other. And then pull it away and then look back. Do you see the frog now? They became one frog. They became one. They become healing and transformation. These two coming together brings about a healing and a transformation. And there's darker energy hovering over them. Maybe dark clouds, or maybe those are just mountains now. Or maybe they're not mountains. Maybe that's a beautiful black bird flying. Magic and miracles. And it's only magic and miracles because we don't understand how it happens. We all have magic within us, right? And then above that we see again the all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye just means the truth. It means trusting your intuition. There's so many things that you can see in this. Now, this is in a box. We're in a box. We're in a box because touching it with my hand, I could hold it, but I'd have to wash my hand. I wouldn't want to rub this on my face. So why is that? What would that represent? So there's some toxic energy that needs to be cleared away. You don't want to rub that into you. You don't want to rub that in. You want to. It's kept in a clear white box. It's protection. It's protection. Spiritual protection. All right, those are the 4 items that you're going to choose from. Song right now. Tell me if you love me or not. Am I lucky or not? Tell me if I'm lucky or not. Do you love me? Okay, so at 24 minutes, we're going to start rolling here. I've been updating my website with all of my readings, right? And I've taken everything about Zodiac out of them. One by one, I've removed Zodiac, and I've just left the message. And if my father wants me to be financially supported and wants people to come to my page that will get the guidance that they need to get, if this is what he wants to have happen, then the people that are meant to come here will come here without me having to use zodiac, right? You all know how I read. You all know that I read by intuition anyway, and I read pictures. So here we go. I'm going to turn the radio down just a little bit. It's a bit loud. I do want to get the songs. It's a bit loud. Okay. You don't need to listen to the songs. The songs are for me to hear so that I can get guidance. And what's interesting about that is sometimes I get guidance from the messages on the like the commercials. Sometimes it's the songs themselves. It's whatever my higher self says. Okay, listen now, Sherry, listen. All right, so let me just write down for those who chose black and white. Oh my gosh, I got a message out of that right away. Black and white. Police. Think about what a police is. What is someone who polices? There's someone that there's protection, someone that investigates, someone that upholds the law, right? Black and white. Okay. That will be, and then we'll do male and female. That's it. Male and female. I don't have to worry about zodiac signs. I like that. Then we have the sodalite and appetite. Male, female. And then we'll have the seashell. The open seashell. Male, female. I never knew you were the one waiting for me. I won't give you up this time. Somebody was interfering and caused someone to believe something different. Somebody interfered. That wasn't love. That was control. Caused a lot of pain and heartache. You know? And then the bumblebee. Bumblebee. You know what's really sad about the bumblebee is that the bumblebee is now on the endangered list. That's terrible. Bumblebees, the fat bumblebees, they were so precious and so beautiful and fluffy, and they don't hurt anyone. They don't sting you. They're beautiful. Right? And this represents to me, I'm speaking to these people that interfered. This is like my twin soul and I. We never hurt you. We didn't hurt anybody. But you came down here and pushed this dark energy and pushed this heavy depression upon us to stop us from growing. But you know what? You couldn't. It expands all around, the love and the light and our Father's energy. So male, female. I'm just thinking about the bumblebee. In the summertime, you guys, if you get a dish of marbles and you put water in it, just enough to cover the marbles, the bees can land on the marbles and not drown in the water. They get thirsty. They need the water. You can help, right? You can help. Okay, so let's use the singing bowl. I'm asking for a clearing and a blessing, and I've already asked my Father before we even began, please guide me to the right messages and help me connect properly to give the message that people will understand the most. They will understand that will be of most benefit for everyone involved. I've already asked you that, but now I ask again for the vibrational frequency, for the energy to go out, vibrate away from me, that any negative thoughts, any negative feelings, any negative energy that might be around in my mind, outside of me, vibrate that away. And then as everything goes around, have it go right back down into the center where it's white, right? It's white and clear. This is just visualizations. You know, it's not magic hocus pocus. I'm just visualizing it all going in here and then vibrating out again through the gold where it's clear and purified. Positive feelings, positive energy. Here we go. I was going to show you something else. The number 10 has always been, to me, I mean, you think about it, 1 to 10. You know, 1 to 10. When you're in school, it's just like 1 to 10. You didn't go past that, really. They're just the beginning numbers, right? So 10 would be the ending and then a new beginning. You get to 10, you start over again, right? I found this bracelet. I'm going to show it to you. It's beautiful. I found it lying in the street. They're all silver coins. And I took it in and I had it repaired. It cost me $50 to have it repaired. But I looked at it this morning. I thought, you know, I'm wearing specific things for certain reasons. Why are you drawn to certain things? Why? I said this morning, I don't know. Why am I drawn to labradorite? There's reasons, and I know what they are for myself. It's about paying attention to my heart, right? See how it's pointing down into my heart? It's about getting real and being truthful and authentic. And you see how it's just lightly holding this labradorite? It's not covering it over. It's just lightly holding this beautiful crystal. The energy. There's a reason I chose this. And then I thought, you know, I'm feeling light. I'm feeling like I don't want to have every, well, it doesn't look light to you guys probably. I've got a lot on, but I don't have all the jewelry that I had on before. I've got my healing and my ocean colors. This is my mermaid. This is who I am, right? And this is truth and healing interspersed with light and love with a white. And then my sodalite bracelet. Do you know what's interesting about this watch is that this watch has never worked. It doesn't work. It's just pretty. I just like it. I love the crystal that's in the center, and I love the silver. It doesn't work because, I don't know, I don't pay attention to time anyway. And then I thought about when I found this. This is literally when I found this the day that my job was going to be ending. The spirit was basically getting me fired from my job for the second time because they wanted me to go on my spiritual path. They wanted me to stay away from where I was. They're all dimes. Endings. Right? Endings and new beginnings. So you talk about Kali, the goddess of destruction. It's just a symbol, right? But all of these lessons, all of these beginnings and endings, it's just a never-ending circle. It's just a cycle. And right now, there's an ending of something else that I've done, a way of thinking, a way of doing things, right? I'm not putting zodiac into here. I'm not doing zodiac. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in it. I do feel that we all have that energy within us, but I'm not going to guide my life according to zodiac sign. So this is just one more. Are you going to wear the lessons proudly around your neck? No, but I'm wearing them around my wrist to remind me there's the end of something, and now there's about to be a new beginning. So when I was asking which deck I should use today, I was guided to the angels, gods, and goddesses. It's probably because it's pictures. It'll be the pictures that will mean something to me. It's not necessarily, it's that. That's why. Okay, so we're going to start with that deck, and I just heard we're going to do the Oracle of Shadows and Light as well. So I guess we're going back and forth. Was it that deck? No, it's not that deck. Sorry, it's the Shapeshifter deck. And when I talk about shapeshifters, we all have the ability to shapeshift, right? You're the mom, you're the daughter, you're the niece, you're the uncle, you're the I was going to say the uncle. Maybe you could be an uncle if you're gay, right? Okay, I've got to pay attention. So the wind is blowing the curtains open. So the wind is the winds of change, and the curtains, something that's been closed, it's kind of bringing things open. So it's kind of like opening somebody's perspective to look at something in a different way. Shape-shifting, you know, we shift from one thing to another. Our ideas change. And if you're not going to be a liar. But if you need to keep something to yourself and not tell somebody else because you know that they're going to poo-poo on it, or they're going to try and get in your way and block it, so you're going to kind of be a shapeshifter. You're going to be like the fox. You're going to use the art of camouflage. So now I become the fox. I don't turn into a fox, but I take on their personality traits, right? I'm fun, I'm playful, but I'm observant, right? I'm able to make myself invisible, things like that. So I will continue to use these decks for those reasons. It's funny, you know, I bought that thing that taught me how to do the tarot, and I lost it. I have no idea where it is. It's gone. Spirit doesn't want me to do it. It's so clear. So I start with the angels, gods, and goddesses, and we're going to start with the black and white. Okay, the black and white crystals. And we're going to ask our Father, what guidance? We're going to our true north, which is straight up to Spirit. What is it that we need to know? What is it we need to pay attention to? What's coming? We can see what's coming. They do give us a little glimpse ahead. things aren't all, you know, but the glimpse ahead can be changed. If you see that this is coming and, you know, this is where you're at right now and you got to pay attention to this, and maybe there's something that you haven't been paying attention to. And Spirit's been trying to get your attention, but you're not paying attention. Maybe this you'll pay attention, right? Spirit uses all different things to get our attention. Other people's stories, songs on the radios, movies. You'd be sitting in a movie and get an epiphany, right? Or a dream, whatever it is. So right now, we're going to Spirit for advice, black and white, and see, what do I need to understand? What have I not seen? Where am I at right now? And then, wow, that's where I am. Okay, well, I can change that. I can, you know, I didn't realize. You're right. You're right. You know, you pointed that out to me, and you realize that this is how I've been behaving, and the result of that is going to be this. So I can change that. So I can change. So can you tell if I'm going to be in a relationship next week? Well, if you change what you're doing, you could be, right? You could be. But if you don't, you don't. You won't. Okay, black and white. For those who chose the black and white crystals, correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the black and white crystals, and you know how you can get a message on this? You can get a message about someone else. Because if you were thinking about somebody else, the black and white crystal, and that means something to you, that just makes me think of my daughter, or that just makes me think of my husband. Then you watch this message, and then you will realize, wow, that's what's going on. I see that, right? So you can get messages for your family and for others. It's guidance. I know what that makes me think of. I know who that makes me think of, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. At 36 minutes and 15 seconds. Whoa, okay, so I want to show you what happened here. It flipped upside down and landed and said, me, I want you to talk about this one. So this is telling you, you reap what you sow. I love this. You can see the goddess of nature. Now, goddess energy we all have within us. This isn't a male, this isn't a female, this is just a straight up message. You will reap what you sow. You are reaping what you have sown, whatever it is that you have put out. Now, this doesn't mean, oh, goody, goody, you know, everything wonderful is coming to fruition. Your dream is coming to fruition if you have done the right thing, right? If what you have put into this is positive, you will reap that positive fruition. If what you've put into this has been chaotic and manipulative and narcissistic, you will also reap that, right? So your dream is coming to fruition. How did you choose to use this, right? Did you do this? Did you come from a place of love? Did you come from a place of not only self-service? Did you manipulate another? Did you deceive another? Because then your dream is coming to fruition. Your dream is going to be a nightmare. Now, I would prefer to believe that since you're spiritual people and that you are asking for guidance, that what you've been putting into something, your idea, your plan, your goal, your business, your relationship, you've been asking for spiritual guidance, and you've been putting. This is a goddess of nature. So to me, goddess of nature would be, I have been doing what comes naturally to me in a positive way. I have been following my authentic, truthful heart, right? That's natural to me. It's not been easy. It's not all plain simple, but it's, you see healing here. So if there's healing, there's love and healing, and there's truth and there's darkness. It's all mixed in there. So there have been lessons along the way, right? And there's been a healing that's taking place because you are constantly reaching out. Why did I say I want to go to Sedona? I need to get into nature. It calms me. It relaxes me. It brings me to a place of peace. It reminds me of what's important, right? So goddess of nature, a time when you have reaped what you have sown. And whatever it is, if there's blessings coming to you, accept them and know that you deserve them. And if there are lessons coming, you deserve them too. That's something, it's not there to punish you, but something that you have been committed to, something that you have put a lot of attention and energy to is about to come to you. Okay? Relationship, business, like I said, hopefully you have been leaning towards the light and not the dark. Right? So now let's go to male and female clarifiers. We'll start with the males. Correct for neutrality on all levels. The males. And you know if this applies to you. You know if this applies to you. Okay? You know if it's your message or not. I don't have to tell you. You know what you've done. You know what you've put out. You know how hard you've worked. You know what you've sacrificed. You know what you put forward first, right? You know who you put in front of your heart. You know if what you did with good intentions, pure intentions, right? So let's see. Males. What is your message from Spirit? Friends with possibly more. You've been working towards something. Friends with possibly more. I don't know if I should do male-female clarifiers. I think maybe I won't do male-female clarifiers. I won't, because I can't tell you that. So we'll just make that's just a message. Friends with possibly more. Okay, I'm not going to do male-female clarifiers. I'm just going to do clarifiers. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We'd like you to wait on something. There's something we would like you to wait on. Okay, Father, what is it in regards to? What is it that you would like us to wait on? Can you show us? Okay, a few fell out. You're ready now to have the life you always wanted. What you've always wanted, you're ready. Your dreams are coming to fruition. What it is that you have put forward, everything that you've wanted, you're ready for that now. Maybe because you've learned something, right? So right now, okay, we would like you to wait on something. Sorry, we would like you, where is it? We would like you to wait, I don't know where it is. Because we want you to allow yourself to heal. There's something that you need to heal in regards to something. So we would like you to wait on something that you were possibly thinking of doing. And you need to understand that you are responsible only for your happiness. Others are responsible for their happiness. Remember what I said? So allow yourself to heal. You're ready to have the life that you've wanted. You've put in enough. Your dreams are ready to come to fruition. You have the possibility of a friend with more, right? You need time to heal. Wait on something. You know what that something is. Okay, I'm going to stop at that. I like that. I like that way of doing things. All right, so now we go from this to the sodalite. Were you drawn to the sodalite? Why were you drawn to the sodalite? Is there someone that's been sad? Somebody that's been has been healing or is in need of healing? Somebody that needs the comfort of a good friend, like a pair of soft jeans, right? Where they can be authentically, truthfully themselves, speak their truth. Where they have a healthy appetite, where they're eating the right things, where they're wanting to grow and mature. There's definitely need of healing of this crystal, right? There's so much more light in this. I love this. So we go to the shapeshifters for this message. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the sodalite with appetite. The sodalite with appetite. Remember yesterday I said that person had a healthy appetite? I was talking about my twin. You have a healthy appetite. Healthy. Vegetarian, green, right? This sodalite has a happy, peaceful energy and a healthy appetite for all things good. I like that. See, now that makes me think that I know who that applies to. Correct for neutrality. And it's good, and another message I'm getting from this is, it's okay to have a healthy appetite if you're eating greens and fresh things. It's good for your body, right? We're not talking about green jelly, candies. We're talking about fresh fruit, and like grapes and celery and sage and anything that's natural and healthy for yourself. Great crisp green apples, right? It's good to have a healthy appetite for those things. Song right now, mirrors. I can't help but notice. You reflect this heart of mine. You reflect. You look at the mirror. You mirror. The ones who are connected to you. You see. We see each other. We see one another. Our soul family, right? And our loved ones. We see ourselves reflected in them. And of course, that's who we're going to go to. Show me your friends. I'll show you who you are, says the Bible. You know, I take a little bit of everything I've learned. You're hanging out with a bunch of liars and a bunch of manipulators and cheaters. I don't care if that's your job. You better get out of that job. It's not the place for you. Remember that song? Trials by fire, setting fire. That's not the way for me. The company has lost the war today. You might have won the battle, but you've just lost the war because I realize where the money is. The money is in a place where I have to lie, manipulate, and steal and make fun of or cut down people who have a different sexual orientation than me. Well, that's not the life for me. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is my life on holiday because I now quit that job. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Shapeshifters. The Snake Princess. Now this came up this morning in the message that I read. The snake was demonized. It was shown to be someone that misled somebody. You know, I'm going to come down and I'm going to show you what you shouldn't have. Here you are in a place where you've been given everything. You've been given a beautiful place to live. You've been given beautiful animals around you, enough food to eat. You've been given everything. Are you comfortable where you are? Yes. But this snake came down and said, he's lying. He's lying. If you take a bite of this one, there's only one thing I didn't want you to touch. There's only one thing I didn't want you to go into. I'm thinking right now, this is somebody that means something to me. I had a dream, right? Somebody's brother stole from him what was his. When he was away, he asked him to keep an eye on you. Can you watch this for me? This is mine, right? Take care of this while I'm gone. And what did the brother do? He took a bite of that apple. He went in there. He stole what was his, right? It wasn't the serpent that did it. It was the negative. It was the selfishness. It wasn't enough that I gave you all of these things. It wasn't enough that you were comfortable and fed and had all of this. There was just one thing you weren't supposed to touch, but you couldn't. You couldn't resist it. You wanted more. Why? You wanted power, right? That's the same thing with the spiritual community. We cannot forget where we came from and who is giving us this. We don't have these gifts alone. We were given these gifts by our Father. And that was the one thing that Spirit taught me and said, I want to teach you myself. I don't want you to join those classes. I don't want you to join those groups, because they forget who they are. They forget that this is my work. I could ask the rocks to cry out. I could have people listen to the rocks. I don't need you. This is a gift. I'm allowing you to do this so that you can feel this wonderful feeling that I feel when I give to you. I always remembered that. That was what I was taught as being a Jehovah's Witness. That was something good that I was taught. It kept it in my mind. I kept a hold of that. There was a reason I was a Jehovah's Witness. When I went to Sedona, I was invited to a party. My friend Joseph Whitewolf, he was very much like I am. He worked with animals and he worked with nature, and he's a very humble person, a very loving, generous, giving person. And whenever he would give of himself, he would look down on the ground and there'd be a $20 bill. He would always get it back. In front of me, I watched it happen all the time because he was a real person. He was genuine. And I was invited to this party. And I said, you want to come? Because the house that I was staying when I first got there. And he says, no, I that's okay. I don't really mingle with all of that. So I went to the party. And in the space of probably 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I had like 35 business cards. People shoving their business down on me. It's all about money. They started out wanting to help people. They started out on their spiritual path, but then they started getting successful. People started listening to them, and then they liked having a following. They liked people looking up to them, and they could raise their prices, and they could get more money and more money. Why do you think I do all of this for free? Yes, I need to earn a living, and I will charge for private readings where we can go deeper into it. But I do all of this for free. I turned my work line off, and I said, my Father will make sure my phone rings afterwards once I get this message out, because I'm doing for others. Okay? So he says to me the next day, and it was awful. It was awful. There were people that were doing like the free love thing there. What is that called? Polyamorous? I'm sorry, that's not what Spirit says. A union is between two, not 3 or 4 or group orgies. That's not a union. That's not a sacred union. You give your body and your soul to one, right? That's just the way it is. That's how Spirit teaches. You can do whatever you want. That's how I've been taught. That's how I believe. So it was kind of like free love and not my thing. And so the next morning, he says, how was the party? And I said, I felt like I was in Sodom and Gomorrah. And he said, my thoughts exactly. And that's why Spirit separated me. So this is the same message. You have the ability within you. You have in your hand this golden apple, right? We all have a gift within us. How are we going to use it? The serpent coming down here isn't this. I'm not going to do this that, oh, you've got something and this one's going to steal it away from you. Now you can use that person. This is me. This is what I have, what's important to me, and this is the one that I trusted. And what did this person do? This person was a snake in the grass. This person was somebody that was going to come up and bite my ass behind my back or take from me what was mine when I wasn't looking. You can look at it that way. This is also saying, this is Spirit also, because the snake represents healing, shedding your skin, right? Shedding your old ways of thinking, transforming into a new way of being. And saying, you know what, look at this gift that you have in your hand. Don't hold on to this gift. Use it. Take a bite of this apple. Nourish yourself. Make yourself happy. Plant those seeds. Go out there and manifest destiny. We don't make it all happen without Spirit, but God helps those who help themselves. Healer, heal thyself. Manifest destiny with the assistance of Spirit. Take this gift that is glowing in your hand. Work with it. Right? Now maybe this is the message again. This one who had this one that manipulated and lied and stole from him, right? You can't steal what is not yours to take. So if somebody went with this person willingly, This is the person that was disloyal as well as this. They both need to be cut off. Now, if there was a manipulation and lying and a blocking, and they came in and they took something like somebody else's emails or pretended to be somebody else and started a conversation when this one was sending messages to the other, they've stolen something that wasn't theirs. These ones weren't aware of that, right? So that will be uncovered. This apple is glowing. This apple is lit up. What this represents could have been me. Right? I am the one that was for this one only. This snake came and tried to take it. I'm lighting it up. You will now get this message. I didn't speak to this one ever. I always was speaking to you. If they took your information, if they took my emails and chose to believe and chose to tell you that I was communicating with them, they're lying. And I've watched this all happen in my dreams ahead of time. This one went away and said, "Watch what is mine." And his brother stole what was his. Okay? So there's all kinds of messages in this. Allow for a healing. Use your gifts. You will have enough. That you are clothed, right? You will have enough. Get out in nature. Connect and understand. What can I do with the gifts that I've had? But this message to me, there's sadness. This one's crying. This was my golden apple. But now this one is whispering in this one's ear. Oh no, blah, 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 blah. Lies, deception, deceit. What does your heart say about this one? This one is glowing. Has this one lied to you? Is this what this person would have done normally? Or is somebody whispering something in your ear? What kind of things do they do in their life? Right? Are they an honest person always? Do they lie to other people? Do they manipulate? Have they done this before? Can you trust this one or this one? Who do you trust? Correct for neutrality on all levels. What's the next message? Clarification. Work-related concerns. This had to do with work, right? I asked you to watch my business while I was gone, and while I was gone, you allowed other people to invade my work and cause all kinds of problems. You stole what was mine. I'm crying. I can't believe that you did this to me. I trusted you, right? This was my nest egg. This was something that was important to me. Work-related concerns. Someone new. Someone new. Maybe it's time for someone new. If this one, as I said, if this was a person that was taken from you, they can't be taken from you. They can't. They went there. Did they go there because they thought the money was there? You were gone, and this one held the purse strings, and they wanted the money, this golden apple, right? They wanted that. So maybe it's time for someone new. You've grown a lot. You've learned a lot through this experience. Whether it's been awful or not, you have grown a lot. Success is assured for you. You don't need to stick around with this. Here, you've got the gifts. You can move forward, and you may feel that you don't have much, but you do. You have this ability, right? And success is assured as long as you go after what you're passionate. You work with what you're passionate, it will grow. It's glowing. This is your gift. Know it. No matter what this one whispers in your ear, recognize you're the one that holds this gift. Whether this gift is a person, a relationship, a job, a talent. One more. It's time to let it go. Whatever you were holding on to, it's time to let it go. Are you holding on to a piece of forbidden fruit? Something that someone else said was the song right now. I came to LA, saw the Hollywood sign. Everybody's so famous. I didn't feel right. I didn't feel like I belonged. Everybody's, wearing stilettos. I don't fit in there. And so did you try to fit into something? Let it go. This shiny apple isn't all that it was cracked up to be. It's time to let it go. Right? Something that you thought was so amazing that you've basically given the shirt off of your back because of this. Time to let it go. One more. 4. You know what? You don't need them. You don't need that, and you don't need them, because there are angels all around you. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. There is no reason for fear. This is stability. You need to get stable by getting into nature, connecting with your highest self, not listening to the ones that are deceptive, recognizing that we all have a transformation that's going on in our lives. We have the ability to transform from being one way to being another way. Maybe this was your thing too, and you've chosen to be different. I've chosen not to listen to this. I've realized, it's not all about living in Hollywood and having all of the money and having everybody agree with me and impressing all these people. I realize that what I have in my hand here is golden. It's mine, and it's going to be successful. It's going to help me. Stability. 4 is the number of stability. Home, hearth, right? So many messages. Song right now. That's exactly what happened. Somebody came and confessed. The cigarettes on the counter weren't my friends, they were my mates. I know you love her, but it's time to let it go because somebody lied. Somebody slept with somebody else and said, no, though, that wasn't there. That was, so-and-so was left there. No, and now you've realized the truth of the situation. It's time to let it go. That person cheated on you. The person wasn't stolen from you. They left you because they wanted something else, or you weren't there, or they couldn't wait, or they wanted attention, or whatever it was. It's time to let that go. Correct for neutrality on all levels. It's also time to let go of holding on to the sadness and pain of it all because it's done. You've learned your lessons. Time to move on. Open seashell. Keep your heart open, right? Keep your heart open. Keep your ears open to what Spirit has to say. You've grown a lot. This is about expansion. For those who chose that, we'll work with the angels, gods, and goddesses again. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I don't like the name of that, angels, gods, and goddesses. Gods, we're all gods and goddesses, right? There is only one God. But whatever you give your attention to, whatever you worship is your God. I don't worship anybody but my Father in heaven. However, a lot of people give a lot of their credence to their job or their religion or popularity, wanting to be popular and wanting other people to look up to them, or they want to impress other people. They want to look good, They can be addicted to and worship money. They can worship a woman. They can worship a man. They can worship food. It's whatever controls you is your God, okay? And that's a sick way of saying it, actually, because God doesn't control us. So maybe that's a different way of looking at it, too. I gotta think about that. Correct neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the seashell, the goddess of sacred power, you're being encouraged to take a leading role in your current situation. So there's a friendship, a rose of friendship here. It's also like the color of the sun, which is new growth. Also, the sun illuminates all things in the shadows. And somebody's in the shadows here. Somebody's got a veil. So maybe it's telling you that the veil has dropped from your eyes. It's no longer covering over your third eye or your physical eyes. You now see what's going on here. It's time for me to step forward. It's time for me to grow. It's time for me to expand. These are spiritual colors. Dark blue, right? This is the truth, that there's darkness here. And then it starts vibrating out and starts turning to purple. So the darkness, the truth, spirituality, the farther you go away from your monkey mind or the mental process of negative thinking, the clearer it gets. The more you connect to your highest self and spirit. Right? It could be your own mind that's telling you negative things. Somebody could have put something in your mind, whispered in your ear like that snake in the grass, because they knew what your weakness was. They knew what your fears were. They knew how to work that, so they could manipulate you. So now the song right now, my stomach is sick. It's in my head now. He's taking off her dress now. Jealousy, it's driving me crazy, right? Somebody put something in their mind. Oh my God, they've been having this affair that's been going on. I'm watching this. It's driving me insane. I don't trust you. It's jealousy. It's all in my mind. I'm creating this whole story, right? The farther you get away from that monkey mind, the closer you get to spirit, the closer you get to truth. So right now, with whatever's going on or whatever this situation has been in your life, you're being encouraged to take a leading role. So it's about speaking up. It's about stepping out. It's about telling the truth. It's about taking control of a situation. It has to do with a friendship. You're holding this rose in your hand. There's a fire burning here, right? It's burning away the illusion. It's lighting up the truth here. So let go of the negative thinking. Stop paying attention to what other people have said to you. Stop paying attention to this craziness that's going on inside of your mind. It's not the truth. Check in with your heart. Check in. Is this a friend of mine? Should I trust this friend? Or is this person proven themselves to be unlike a friend? It doesn't matter if they're my family. It doesn't matter if they've been my best friend. It doesn't matter. What is going on here? Am I being a friend? Am I being truthful? Somebody needs to do something here. Somebody needs to take a leadership role, and you're being asked to do it. You need to step in and do something. Right now, it's about not worrying so much about taking the path of least resistance. Sometimes it's not about being diplomatic and democratic. It's about the truth. It's about what's right. Everybody has an opinion on how things should be done, but what is your heart telling you? And what is going to be in the best for you and for those in your life? Because you need to take control. Somebody needs to take control of the situation, and Spirit says we're asking you to do it. Okay? Have the courage to take control of whatever this situation is. Step forward. Use this is forward, the divine masculine energy, forward movement. The sun is about growth. It's about determination. It's about moving forward. The veil has dropped. You know. Spirit has been giving you messages. You already know what's been going on. You know the truth of the matter. You know what's going on, and you know what you need to do. And Spirit says it's time for you to do it. Have the courage to take control. It's time for you to take the initiative. You can come in a way of love, but you've got to be strong and forceful. Okay? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. 6. This, again, don't be so focused on the material world. Don't be so focused on what happens in this material world, what other people here think, how you're going to be looked at, how is it going to be affected, how your finances are going to affect you. Sherry, if I stop doing zodiac signs, I'm going to lose half my listeners. Well, then Spirit's going to guide the ones that want to listen to Spirit's messages to me. I'm not going to worry about those people. I'm not going to focus on this material world. I'm going to keep my focus on Spirit. Right? How I'm guided, how my heart is guiding me. If I don't feel right doing this, I'm going to change. Well, you didn't say that 3 months ago, Sherry. Well, you know what? I've been enlightened. I'm constantly learning. We're constantly being enlightened, and I'm listening. So 6, the number 6, focus more on the spiritual world and not the material world. Stop focusing so much on the finances or what other people here think or all the crap that's going on down here, because there are no walls that Spirit can't knock down. There are no things that Spirit can't make happen. We can make a mountain move with our faith and our love. Yes, we can. Trust in Spirit to guide you. It also tells you the 6th month, the 6th day, 6 minutes, 6 hours, 6 weeks. 6 is a significant number for you. Maybe 6 means something else for you. Something is not the right time right now. Spirit says we want you to be assertive, right? We want you to start taking control. We want you to get out there and direct something. Something is not the right time, and you either need to say that to somebody or you need to realize that. Financial issues. Because of financial issues, it's not the right time right now. Or because of the number 6, you're focusing too much on what you don't have. You're focusing on the fear of it. You're stressing out about the financial issues. Go to Spirit and say, help me just relax. Show me the steps that I need to take at this time. I will be guided to those steps. I'll do them. I'm not going to freak out about everything else. I'm not going to worry so much about that. I'm going to do what I can do, and then I'm going to surrender it to you. And I'm going to say, I don't care how you fix this. You fix this. You help me. Just show me what to do, and I will do it. Don't be so hung up because of your financial issues. You may be saying, I can't do that because of financial issues. Well, it makes sense that you can't go out and buy something that you can't afford because you don't have the money. That makes sense, right? The path of least resistance, it's taking the middle path. Now, if you're saying, I can't date you because I don't have enough money to give you what I think that you deserve. That's a fallacy. That's a wrong way of thinking. It's not about finances, right? Something is not the right time, you may think, or something that is not the right time, Spirit may think. Use your head. And not just your head, your heart. There will be a peaceful resolution to this situation. If you take a leading role and you speak your truth and you are telling someone, look, It's not the right time right now for that because I've got financial issues. I can't do that. I can't afford to go out and buy a brand new car right now. I don't have the money. I'm not going to take on an extra loan that's going to put more weight on myself. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to work within my means, and I'm going to recognize Spirit's going to help me. Yes, money's going to be coming, flowing. It's not going to be a problem, but I'm not going to be ridiculous. I don't have a money tree in my backyard. I have the ability to manifest what I need, right? Use your brain. And let them make the move. If you are in a house and somebody is in your house and they have been taking over your house and they have been not working and they have not been paying their bills, this is your house, you want to move forward. It's not the right time for you to stay here now. I want you to move. It's time for you to move. Let them make the move, okay? Let them move out. I don't want them to leave. Oh my gosh, if they leave, I don't know how I'll be able to pay the bills here. You know what? If this is what's going on, if there's been a situation in this house that it's negative and it's toxic, you may be worried. You may feel, oh my God, it's not the right time. Let them move. Let them move out. They're moving out for a reason. Let them move on. Right? There's going to be a peaceful resolution. It's not the right time for that person to be there. It's not the right time maybe for you to be in that place. There's one way to look at it. Let them make the move to show you something. Well, you're being told to take a leading role, aren't you? So what would let them make the move in regards to? It's not about this situation. You're being told to speak your truth. You're being told to take control of something. What does let them make the move mean to you? Friends at this time, okay? There's a peaceful resolution. Friends at this time, let them make the move. It's not the right time, financial issues. Whatever that means for you. Be grateful for what you have and more will come. If we have an attitude of gratitude and we focus on the things that we do have and we don't live outside of our means, we're not ridiculous, we don't run up our credit cards and buy things that we can't afford because it's not the right time. We don't want to bring financial issues heavier upon us than we already have. So we're going to be grateful for what we have. We're going to be good with what's there, and then more will come to us because when we have an attitude of gratitude, Spirit brings more. Okay? I'm just going to leave it at that. There's a lot there. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Bumblebee Jasper, and we're going to go to the Oracle of Shadows and Light. And what's interesting is what fell on the floor. Treat yourself to what you want. You deserve it. Treat yourself to what you want. You deserve it. But something is not the right time. So obviously that's not in regards to that. I want a pedicure. I'm supposed to treat myself. I do have I can do that. I'm reasonable. I'm not going to go out and decide, oh, I'd love to have that motorhome. It's $6,000 out of my price range, but I could always get a loan for that and put myself majorly in debt and put the pressure. It's not the right time right now. The financial issues don't agree with that. Now treat yourself to what you deserve, what you want. You deserve it. It's obviously not that. Yes, I deserve a bigger, beautiful motorhome. I do. I deserve that. But at this moment, it's not copacetic for me to go and get a huge loan and create a financial problem for myself so that I can have that. And then I start stressing over it. Well, you brought that upon yourself, didn't you? Treat yourself to what you want. A pedicure you can afford, right? Somebody gave you a check. Somebody gave me a check and said, go get yourself a pedicure. I'll go do that. I can afford that. That makes sense. I'm not going to go get a loan and go buy something that I can't afford, right? Okay. So for those who chose the Bumblebee Jasper, I mean, you got to use your brain, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm listening to the radio. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Bumblebee Jasper, so this is a couple. This is a couple that's had difficult, kind of like oppression, right? But they're nose to nose. There's no keeping them apart. These are friends. There's happiness and comfortability and friendship, and that oppression has turned into a great giant raven of magic and miracles that Spirit is going to bring about and it's a canopy of protection. And there's growth above that. And then also the love between the two of them, these two little lovebirds. Together they become healing and transformation. Together they bring about a healing for one another, and they both transformed and they've grown because of this oppression that was brought down upon them. They've worked through it, right? And Spirit has seen that, so they've been able to grow and prosper, and they stayed together. The two have become one. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And that frog turns into a prince when they kiss. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. So for those who chose the bumblebee jasper, and I certainly did, what is the message from the oracle of the shapeshifters? Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the bumblebee jasper, Elizabeth and the lion. Okay, so Elizabeth and the lion. The lion is always talking about courage and strength. And this is a queen, right? So right now, the queen and this lion are together. Your strength is your ability to be kind and diplomatic and gentle and compassionate, understanding and forgiving. That is your greatest strength. As a queen, you conduct yourself in a queenly manner. As a queen, you don't do everything yourself. As a queen, you delegate authority. You know how to do that. You don't expect yourself to do it all. You allow others to work for you. If somebody is going to bring something to you, you're grateful for that. You appreciate that. You're also going to allow them to know that. You're going to thank them. You're going to be graceful. You're going to be gracious, right? You're a leader. People are looking up to you. Whether you like it or not, people are watching your example. They're following you. Children follow you. Your friends follow you. People that look to you and they see you being successful, you've reached this stage. You've reached this place in your life of success in some way. So others are looking up to you. It doesn't mean that you're elevated above them. They're watching your example. So then be a positive leader. Spirit says this is the time that people are going to be watching you. They are going to be looking to you for example. So then lead in the right way, right? If they're going to watch you anyway, make sure that you're doing the right thing. This is a legacy for you that you're going to leave behind. It's time for you to be a leader. It's time for you to go out and not hold your... She's holding something in her hand. She's holding on to a cross, which I don't agree with. It's religion to me. So there's something that's holding her back. She's holding this in her hand. Maybe she's about to chuck that. Chuck what she was holding on to. She's realized there's tears in her eyes. You know what? I've been in this position. I've had this expected of me because of my religious upbringing, and I'm about to chuck that because it's like a freaking bomb about to blow up in my hand. So the number 20 to me means a double ending. Twice. It ended once, it's ending again. And hopefully this will be the last time I've had to learn this lesson. Trying to hear what the song is. I've been reading about Achilles. You know Achilles, your Achilles heel, that's the thing that can trip you up. That's your soft spot, right? There's talking about Spider-Man and his fists and Batman and all these people this person is comparing themselves to. I don't see myself upon that list. I don't see myself like them. And she's saying, I don't want some superhero. I want somebody just like you. I want somebody like you. And your great strength isn't the fact that you can roar and tear people apart. Your great strength is that you are gentle and kind and loving. And that makes your presence huge. That makes your presence huge. And you have the ability, with your loving, compassionate wisdom, to tame the wild beast within another. That is a very strong ability that you have. You have to express your authority at this time in a positive way, right? Don't let negative self-talk or your religious upbringing or what other people want to hold upon you to control you. Right now, you're supposed to make a speech like I am in front of people. I'm being encouraged to do this, right? I'm doing it. I'm taking it on. I know people are watching me. I'm using this platform. I've had something brought to my attention again and again, and I needed to speak about it. It's very, very important. This is how I teach. So right now, you're not going to back down to something. You're not backing down. Maybe you need to tell somebody, this is what I want. This is how I feel. This person has felt timid. This person hasn't felt strong enough to speak out their truth and stand for what they wanted. But they do feel this way inside. And they realize, you know what? I don't want to be looked at as this beautiful piece and be, have this beautiful, pretty picture on the outside and not have what I want. I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy in this position. I would rather not be the queen bee. Thank you very much. I'd rather release this bomb, this ticking bomb that's in my hand. I'd rather release that and be my truthful, authentic self. I don't want to be trussed up in this gown that's uncomfortable and stiff and formal. That's not even who I am. I'd rather be climbing around the trees, right? I'm a shapeshifter. I don't want to be this. So speak right now. Song right now, I'm cashing in my bad luck. I washed my hands for this. I miss my mom and dad for this. I sold my soul to the devil for this. For what? For what? I don't want this anymore. I'm going to chuck that bomb. It's ticking in my hand, right? People are relying on you. People are watching you. And when you do this, you will inspire others to walk away what doesn't work from them, to recognize that their greatest strength is love and kindness and compassion and forgiveness, not to lord over another, not to rule over another, not to stand up there on a platform and say, look at me, elevate myself above you, not to stand at the pulpit and breathe fire and brimstone. That's not the way that's meant for me, right? That's not the way that's meant for me. I love that song. The representative in California has the floor. Well, here I am, right? And here is you. The representative in California has the floor. That's the song, right? Where they stand and they speak to the people and they say, you know what? Trials by fire, the way you do that, you put people on trial by fire, by breathing fire and brimstone out to them. That's not the way for me. You know, the company, whoever the company is, whether the company is a company of friends, whether it's a religion, whether it's a business called the company, they've just lost the war. I've realized where the money is. The money is on the other side, and the money is what is of value to you. What is of value to you? Is it the almighty dollar, or is it peace and happiness and love? Because my twin said to me, the three most important things to him were family, love, and health. Not the almighty dollar. So somehow somebody got knocked off their path. That trials by fire, that's not the life for me. So this is me, the rebel, right? This is me, the rebel. You call me a rebel? This is me stepping out and saying, this isn't the life for me. This is my life on holiday. I quit the company. I'm done. The song right here, it's amazing. I look at my sister and that con that she called love. A con that she called love. I look into my nephew's eyes and I realize, wow, some amazing thing can come from some terrible lives. Amazing things. You've learned, you've grown. People are listening to you. People are watching. So open up your mouth, speak your truth, be a leader in the positive way. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Stars. When I look at stars, like movie stars, that's all they are. They're stars. Come on. They're just people. They're just people. You don't have to impress anyone. And they don't impress me. I don't care who you are. You don't impress me. Your money doesn't impress me. Your position doesn't impress me. Your status doesn't impress me. I'm not impressed by money. I don't need money to make me happy. Money isn't the be-all, end-all. The most important thing is love, health, family, nature. And family doesn't mean your blood family, because your blood family can be anything than all of this we're speaking about. We're talking about soul family. Shyness is a factor. So shyness is a factor for speaking your truth. But you know what? You've got it within you. We all have it within us. It might be easier for me. My personality is that I can speak. But you know what? I think about when somebody attacks somebody that I love, right? I take a lot for myself. I let people come at me and I'll take a lot and I'll take a lot, I'll take a lot, I'll take a lot. But if you go after someone I love, you watch the tiger in me come out. If something matters to you enough, you have the courage. It's within you. If you love someone, shyness is not going to be a factor for you to speak out. If you see something horrible happening, shyness is not going to stop you from putting your foot out. You're supposed to be a leader. Shyness is not an excuse. I'm sorry, it's not an excuse. If it matters to you, you will act, you will speak. Correct for neutrality. You ask Spirit to help you. They'll help you. They'll help you do what you need to do. They'll show you the way to do it, right? They'll show you how to do it. Remember the magic within you. See, we all have it within us. We all have the ability within us. Oh, it's easy for you to say. No, it's not. You know, it may seem that it's easy for me to speak out a lot, but it's not. I have to say things to people that have been my friends, that have been my family. I have known that the things, when I said them, it would end things. I knew that the information that I gave my twin was going to push him away from me and he was going to be angry at me. The Father showed me that before I did it. But I also knew that if I didn't tell him, he would be hurt. He would be hurt in a way that, and I would rather have him never speak to me again than stand by and watch him be hurt and know that I did nothing to stop it. That's love. Focus on what you really want. 4, stability, family, marriage, happiness, commitment, home. Angels are all around you. You're completely guided and protected in love. There's no reason for fear. Song right now, I believe. Whenever I feel I don't belong, you say that I'm yours. Whenever I feel I'm not strong, you say that I am. You look at the people in your life and you see them strong. I know how strong you are. You may be shy, but you are powerful. You are strong, and I see that light within you, right? And this song, you say I am held when I feel so alone. When I feel like I'm falling short and when I feel unsure, you say that I'm yours. And I believe. And the only thing that matters is what you think of me. This song is saying to God or to the person that you love the most. It doesn't matter what everybody else feels. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of me or of anything. All that matters is what you think. All that matters is how you feel, because you're the love of my life. It's all that matters is what you think, Father. All that matters is what you want, Father. It doesn't matter what my boss says. It doesn't matter what my brother says or my mother or my sister or my uncle. It doesn't matter what any of them says. The only thing that matters is what you say. And you're on my team. It's time to let it go. What have you been holding on to? The fear? What have you been holding on to? Let it go. It's not the right time right now. For whatever that was, let it go. Maybe you had a plan in mind that you wanted to develop. And Spirit says, this is not the right time right now. Let it go. There's something else that needs to happen right now that's more important. Be assertive. Again, with this message, be assertive. If you want to know, what is it, Father? What is it that's not the right time? What is it that is not the right time right now? Can you show me? Can you clarify for me what that is so that I get clear on that? Because it could be many things. Communicate clearly to your Father, to your angels, and to the people in your life. Communicate clearly. Tell the truth. Speak the truth. Let it be known. I need guidance in this direction. I need for you to clarify this for me. What is it that I'm not seeing? Can you please show me? Or you just need to say it to the people in your life. Something's going to happen within the next few weeks, or you need to do it within the next few weeks. Maybe it's not the right time right now, but it's going to be within the next few weeks. Okay, maybe that's about my motorhome. Maybe I'm not going to get the motorhome that I want right now. I will be blocked. I found one scam after another. I found the perfect little thing, and then I got blocked. There is not a block for no reason. I'm blocked because there's either something better, or I'm being protected. There's something that I'm not being shown, or something is coming that I'm unaware of. So I follow my lead. I don't beat my head against a wall for something that isn't there, that doesn't work for me. If the door doesn't open, it's not for me. Someone's putting on a front, no doubt, because they're shy. But they need to be assertive. They need to communicate clearly. They need to step out and speak their truth. They need to know they're protected. There are angels all around them, and they have no reason for fear. Somebody is asking for forgiveness. But you know what? They're shy. They're putting on a front. They're asking for forgiveness. Maybe it's time for you to let go of the anger at them. Maybe it's time for them to let go of their fear. But somebody needs to speak the truth. Communicate clearly, right? They need to remember the magic within themselves in order for them to move forward. This whole message is about being strong and speaking your truth. You have a big heart. Know that. Work with it. Friends with possibly more. I like that. I like that. You have to have something. You have to have a friendship. You build from a friendship, and then something more comes from it, right? Give yourself more time to enjoy the beauty in your life. You're focusing on something else. You're focusing too much on your work, or you're focusing on other people's opinions, or you're focusing, maybe you're just staying in your house all bottled up. Take the time. You deserve the time. Enjoy your life. Go to Sedona, Sherry. Enjoy a vacation. Enjoy the spirit of nature, right? It'll inspire you. It'll help you release the energy that's here, because now's the time to focus on you. Now, maybe this has been for everyone else. Let go of that. Now's the time to focus on you. You deserve it. One more and we're done. Song right now, the Phoenix. Everything comes from endings and new beginnings. This is the Phoenix rising. Apologize. Communicate clearly. Forgive me. Apologize. You are being told to apologize. Stop putting on a front. Communicate clearly. It's time to let something go. Shyness is not an excuse. You need to focus on yourself right now. You need to remember that you've got this magic within you. It's time for you to be assertive. You have a big heart. You have the ability to give and love. It's within you. Use it. Connect with it. Something's going to happen within the next few weeks. It's not the right time for something. Because right now, you need to enjoy nature. You need to get out. Maybe you need to go on vacation, like I do. This is about a commitment. Who are you committed to? And who should you be committed to? What does your heart want to commit to? That's what you need to ask yourself. Clearly, shyness is a factor. Somebody wants to apologize. Somebody may want a commitment, and they need to speak their truth clearly. And the number is 7. You're on the right path, and it will exceed your expectations. Then the number 1, right? 1 hour, 1 day, 1 minute. The number 1, focus on you. What makes you happy? What is it that you want? The number 7, 7 days, within a week, the 7th month, the 7th hour. What does 7 mean for you? All right, that's it. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get lucky. So if 2 people are connecting, these 2, they're not even sleeping at night because they're thinking about one another constantly, right? But they're not together. They haven't been speaking to each other physically because somebody's been putting on a front. Somebody has wanted to apologize. Somebody is feeling sorry. They want forgiveness, but they haven't been communicating clearly. They need to communicate clearly. They need to communicate right now, right? They need to recognize, what is this about commitment? Is this, why do they have to forgive? Why do they have to be sorry? What is this? You need to be assertive. You know what this is in regards to for yourself. You know. All right. The legend of the phoenix. All ends with beginnings. It should be all begins with endings, right? From one, every new beginning starts from another new beginning's end. This is the legend of the phoenix rising. We all have that ability within us. Go, go, go. Right? We got the backup of spirit. Number 4 says angels. They're all around you, completely guiding you, protecting you, and loving you. No reason for fear. They will give you the stability to stand on your own 2 feet so that you can have the commitment, so that you can have the relationship, so that you can feel committed to yourself, to your path, to move forward in a positive, productive way. Whether you're shy or not, you've got the magic within you. Know it. All right, you guys. I love you. We'll speak again soon. Bye.